What's up, guys? It's Meg. Welcome back to Meg After Dark. This is our first Sunday Walking Dead rewatch season 1. We're starting back at the very beginning. You guys are seeing this on Easter, so happy Easter. I hope you guys are all doing well. Give me a minute to get set up here. I am so excited to go back and watch this, and I actually didn't realize I was going to be this excited. Oh, it's trying to start on the wrong episode. Okay. How do I just pick? I'm like, how am I even gonna remember who the, oh, Jim? I forgot about Jim. Who's Jim? Jim. I'm really especially excited to see just how everything was back in the beginning. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you remember, like, some of the walkers were like they would run, and like the one like climbed the fence and stuff, and one of them was like holding a brick at one point, you know. And it's so crazy to see how everything has evolved and changed since going back and watching it, you know. Like, we started out the series with completely different showrunner, different ideas. We kind of got away from the comic storyline. There were bits and pieces, but it didn't really, it was like one of those shows where you're like, oh, I love the comics, let's make a show over it, and then the show has literally nothing to do with the comics. So I do feel like the first couple seasons were kind of like, they kind of went astray from the comics. Like, they had the same characters and some of the same ideas, but there was like a lot that was different. And then moving into when we got different showrunner and different writers and stuff, then moving in, we started following the comics a lot more. And I really feel like the show really started doing a lot better. That being said, these original episodes are still some of my favorite. The CDC episode was one of my all-time favorites, just to see them have so much hope and then be so devastated, like be like, wow, there's really nothing. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 second because I just got a voicemail, so I'm gonna pause you guys and then we'll start back up. Okay, you guys, here we go. The Walking Dead season 1 episode 1, Days Gone By. Can you see okay? Rick! Remember when they redid the scene with Carl? Oh my god, it's so crazy. There he is in his sheriff's uniform. I love it. I'm not sure why my screen keeps flashing black. Is that part of the original episode, or is my computer going wonky? Wow, he looks so young. Oh! Oh my god, I remember this part. Yeah, see, okay, here, remember this? Walkers can pick up shit. No. Now this is the first walker that we ever see in The Walking Dead, which I think is crazy.
Little girl.
Teddy bear. What did we call her? Teddy bear walker?
Don't
Teddy bear girl.
Okay. Little girl.
Oh, there she is. He's like, oh man. At least the sound is still the same. Oh my god, our original intro. I'm gonna mute it because I don't want to get copyrighted. It's showing too much, but look at, there's Shane. Oh my god, Lori. Dale's RV. I'm so excited to see Dale again. I really am. And Glenn.
The difference between men and women. I would never say something that cruel to her. Certainly not in front of Carl.
Carl. That's our very first Carl. God, I really miss Shane. As much as a shit he was, man, I miss him so much.
Interstate 85, we'll patch in Lemon County Sheriff Radio.
Good, good, good! Put it down! Put the gun down!
Nah. Oh fuck, here it comes.
Shane, you do not tell Lori that happened.
Oh
Ever.
fuck, here it comes.
You understand?
Oh, fuck.
Hurry! Hurry! No.
Oh no.
No. He's hit! Leon!
Oh my god. Can we just remember how high this wound is right now for later when his bandage is all the way down on his side? Let's just remember that, okay? Remember where Shane's holding right now. And then when he wakes up and he's all bandaged way down here. So, remind me, because how long was he in a coma still after everything went to shit? Because it was long, like the flowers died and the clock on the wall stopped, but like he was clearly still alive. I don't know. I always like was confused by that. Like if he was in coma, the equipment must have eventually turned off and or stopped working, obviously, and his body woke himself up. But I always thought it was funny that it was like, it's been long enough for the battery to die on the clock. Oh, and in case you need a reminder, see, now his wound is all the way down on his stomach. Not his shoulder or high up under his chest like it looked. Can you imagine though, waking up to this? Like, I always thought this was so crazy. Like, just putting yourself in Rick's shoes and waking up in the hospital and being like, you don't know what happened. And then seeing everything just deserted. But there's still lights on, see? So, does that mean, is that like the emergency lights with the generator? There's still some juice pumping. Oh God, can you imagine seeing that? He must be so confused. See, like, there's just a dead body right there in the middle of the hallway. But also, I do feel like even if a horde of walkers, like even if there had been enough for a horde of walkers, why would they have destroyed the ceiling and everything? Like, because I've been watching this show for so long, I feel like I'm overly critical over the earliest, you know, ones, because it's not been long enough for all of the electricity to be off. Like, there's still juice somewhere or a generator or something is still working. But yet, like, who decided to rip all that shit down from the ceiling? Am I right? Oh boy, here we go. Bicycle girl. Now that's his first real walker experience, right? Like, he saw the fingers in the door, but he didn't see like a full alive one, right? And this is his first experience. Like, what the fuck? That body has only half a body and it's alive still. Like, he's so disturbed. I love seeing him on the bicycle with his gown flapping in the wind. I mean, honestly though, the least he could do is put some clothes on before he leaves the house again. Oh!
Daddy!
Carl, I found you.
Daddy, I got this son bitch! I'm gonna smack him dead!
Please don't.
What's that bandage for? What kind of wound? answer me, damn you. You tell me.
Morgan doesn't look like he's aged at all. He's got a stockpile of toilet paper right there, you guys.
This place.
And water.
Fred and Cindy Drakes. Never met them.
She's here.
Don't look. Get away from the windows.
No.
I said go.
This part always made me laugh too. This part, the fact that she comes back home.
To the pillow.
Yeah. Just like the picking up the teddy bear. Let me twist the doorknob. I'm so glad that they changed the walkers to be like what they are now. It seems much more realistic than the fact that they can like find their way back home and pick things up and run and twist doorknobs.
Other room on that bed in there.
Our photo albums, family pictures, all gone.
Photo albums.
Those won't last long, right?
My wife. Same thing. There I am packing survival gear. She's grabbing photo album.
No. I like that he went home for a second time and he's still wearing his hospital pants. Come on.
Conserve your ammo. Goes faster than you think, especially at target practice.
Dwayne.
There's the sheriff's outfit. Sheriff's deputy outfit.
Sure you won't come along?
A few more days. By then, Dwayne will know how to shoot and I won't be so rusty.
So much effort put into this. Like, isn't it funny how we know how Rick ends up so far, like, into the future? Where he doesn't feel the need to go back and put down a zombie.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
We can't wait until they get to the moment where they realize they can do the same thing with a knife instead of making all this noise. There she is. I feel so sad for him though. What? I totally forgot. I thought he actually did it. I forgot. I just remembered that he doesn't actually do it.
Out there, anybody hears me, please respond. Hello, can you hear my voice?
It's Dale.
Hey, hello? Yes, I can hear you. You're coming through. Over.
Broadcasting on emergency.
I just got chills
We'll be
seeing
approaching
Dale
Atlanta
again.
on Highway 85. If anybody reads, please respond.
So he can't hear them.
Just outside the city. Damn it. Hello? Hello? He couldn't hear me. I couldn't warn him.
Try to raise him again. Come on, son. You know best how to work this thing.
Lori. Oh, Shane.
Hello, is the person who called still in the air?
He didn't get to hear it, the voice.
Officer Shane Walsh broadcasting to person unknown. Please respond.
Wow, Carl looks so young. Remember that shirt?
And I've been saying for a week we ought to put signs up on 85 and warn people away from the city.
God, I forgot how much I dislike Lori.
We can't afford. We are surviving here. We are day to day.
And who the hell would you propose we send?
I'll go. Give me a vehicle.
Nobody goes anywhere alone. You know that. Wait, you pissed at me?
She's pissed at everyone she's in a
Pissed me out,
relationship
you
with.
won't. It's not gonna change anything. That boy's been through too much. And he's not losing his mother too, okay? Okay. Okay. You tell me okay.
Oh god, and that's the first moment we learned that Lori was actually, because we didn't know. That's so funny thinking about that. In that moment where they're in the tent, we don't know that. That's funny. Oh, the horse.
Go easy, okay? I haven't done this for years. No, easy, boy.
There's our iconic picture photo poster for The Walking Dead. It should tell you something that everyone was trying to leave the city, not go in, right? This walker right here, I remember seeing it and it was so scary. Its eyes, and I was like, ugh. But did you see how the one like grabbed the pole as it was gonna walk down? There's the tank, the famous tank. There's a helicopter. The moment it all went wrong for Rick. Right here. Yep. Whoa, buddy. Turn around, turn around. And then he just freezes and stops. And see, in present day Walking Dead, he would have been able to get away from these guys. But in early Walking Dead, when the walkers actually ran, he can't get away. Oh, he is so lucky that he didn't get bit in this moment right here. The poor horse. The animals are never safe, ever. And then he runs away from the guns. Remember the guns? You know, that one's face is so creepy. Oh, that moment when he thought it was lost and then he looked up. I also think it's funny how all of the walkers would kind of just like sleep until they heard something and then they would wake up. That's something that's changed as well. Except for like some of like the really far gone ones, like the one, see? Like the one that Carol did recently when it was under all of the leaves and everything and she sat down and then it woke up once it was disturbed. I feel like it does happen sometimes, but not nearly as much as here. Like when you saw the two that were on the bus and they were just like, they looked like they were dead and then they just got up as soon as they saw him. Goes your guns, damn it. Oh, there's that guy again. He's so creepy. Here it comes. I'm so excited for this part.
Hey, you. Dumbass. Yeah, you in the tank. Cozy in there? Yeah.
Hi, Glenn. My God, you guys, I want to watch the next episode right now. I gotta turn it down. We don't want music copyright. Oh man, that was a long first episode. Without commercials, it was still an hour and like 7 minutes. Okay, you guys, that is it for our rewatch of The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 1. Did you guys watch the entire episode as well? Let me know what you guys thought of going back and watching it again if you haven't seen it in a really long time. I know some people like to rewatch all the time. It has been years since I've seen that first episode, and so it was really awesome to see it again, but also crazy to see how like all the little things have changed since then, you know? What did you guys, my question for you guys, and let me know in the comments below, is what, if you can remember that far back, did you watch The Walking Dead when it originally premiered on TV, or did you get into it later? And then what did you think of the very first episode you saw? Were you into it? Or were you like skeptical, like, nah, I'll watch another one? Because you know how sometimes when we start a new TV show, we don't really like the first couple episodes and then we get into it, you know? You kind of like stick with it and get into it. So I'm curious how many of you were like, yes, I love this show right away after seeing the first episode, and how many of you were like, nah, I'll watch another one, let's see, I'll give it a shot, that sort of thing. So let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next week for The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 2, Guts. Have a great night, you guys. Stay safe.